Hi everybody, this is Joel Wood, your lobbyist here at the Council. One big picture observation and a couple of broker specific things. Big picture. All the anxiety in Washington right now on the Deficit Reduction Super Committee, its report due on November 23rd. Great controversy as to whether or not they'll ultimately be able to reconcile the widely divergent views on both sides of the aisle. I believe that there is a narrow window of opportunity for congressional leaders and the super committee to make a report for a big number, bigger than the 1.2 trillion, maybe upwards of $3 or $4 trillion in 10 years worth of deficit reduction. Here's the rationale. Think Ronald Reagan, Tip O'Neill, Social Security reform, 1983. Ronald Reagan, Dan Rostenkowski, Tip O'Neill again, 86 on tax reform. Bill Clinton, 95, with Republican leaders in Congress, again, divided government, welfare reform. 96, 97, 98, moving towards a balanced budget, Bill Clinton and Republican leaders. Sometimes there's a very, very small opportunity for both sides to jump off the cliff together, and neither side would be able to point the fingers of blame at the other in the next election cycle. I don't think it's likely, but I do think that it's very much possible. And a lot of that could impact our members. Broker-specific stuff. The NAIC, the National Association of Insurance Commissioners, just finished its quarterly meeting here in Washington, several days, hundreds and hundreds of meetings on the broker compensation, MLR, healthcare front. We appreciate the efforts of Florida Insurance Commissioner Kevin McCarty to try to have the NAIC pass a resolution that would exclude broker compensation from the MLR formula in their recommendations to HHS. Once again, Commissioner McCarty was thwarted by California and some of the other more liberal commissioners who don't want to deal with this, proving yet again that it is so much easier to have nothing happen at an NAIC meeting than to have something happen. On the surplus lines front, another big effort afoot to try to reconcile the competing views of the sharing and allocation formulas on the multi-state surplus lines placement front. You've got states that have decided they want 100% of the premium tax, states that have done nothing, states that have joined the NEMA allocation approach, states that have joined the Slim Pack approach. There's been more and more of an effort to try to at least get those two versions of the compacts, of the allocation agreements, in line with one another. Very little progress is getting made on that. I'm very, very pessimistic about the ultimate prospects for the states to come up with one single formula for all of this. It's much more likely that you're going to see the huge majority of premium tax that's going to be staying in one single jurisdiction. Got a hearing next week before the House Financial Services Committee, and it's going to be a good opportunity to have members of the committee ask tough questions of the NAIC and state insurance legislators about the very noticeable lack of progress in reconciling these points of view. We will keep you posted. Thank you.